Hey, what's happening, guys? My name's Chad, and
And I am Ariana.
And we are watching Band of Brothers today. This one's going to be episode 7, The Breaking Point. So let's jump right into it.
You don't have a chance when your friends go down, to really take care of them as you might. I withstood it well, but I had a lot of trouble in later life because those events would come back, and you never forget them.
Oh, yeah. Heartbreaking.
This is the first time they've done the interview before the thing since like episode 1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is now, we're like officially in the last year of the war.
After holding the line at Bastogne, Easy Company was once again called on to help push the Germans back through the bulge.
Which means you get right there.
Hey, take it easy.
Stop trying, Marker. I'll nail it to your head. Good.
They're all so snappy.
I was glad to be out of my foxhole and moving again, even if only to get warm.
At least they all look like they have coats.
Yeah, the supply drop must have been a huge boon.
For sure.
The woods near the town of Foy, in preparation for what we all knew would be the eventual assault on Foy itself.
Oof. Headshot.
Did you ever get his Luger yet? That's Fassbender. Hey, there's his Luger. Yeah, there you go.
He's got he's so hungry.
Hubler had been talking about getting a Luger since Normandy. As we dug in, he went from foxhole to foxhole, telling everyone just how he'd finally got one.
Outstanding accuracy on my part, if I do say so myself. Which I do.
Which I do.
No, I'm not a good shot. Now, Dad, he was an excellent shot. Excellent. I declare, he'd shoot the wings off the fly. What happened to the horse?
I don't know. Probably still running.
You're a good shot, Hub. Just glad you're on our side.
Excellent.
They probably should have shot the horse, to be honest, or brought it back, because it would probably just go back to where it last was, right? And they'll notice the very distinct lack of SS guy.
Where's Dyke?
He's around.
Could you be a little more specific there, Sergeant?
Not really, sir.
It'd be nice if we took Lieutenant Shanes with him, too.
Shut up, boys.
Shutting up, Sarge. Okay, what the... Oh, Jesus, it's who? He shot! Sniper? No, he shot himself!
Oh no.
Oh, with the Luger? Is he playing with it?
He did what? What happened? Just what
How are you doing with a loaded gun in your...
I've heard that.
Oh no.
I've heard that they were notorious for, like, just going off for no reason.
Where are you hit? My leg! Okay, hold on. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it. Come on.
Oh no.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be okay. I think maybe I hit both.
He finally got it and shot himself. It's the worst.
Let me see it, huh?
So you definitely can't write that, so...
Listen to me, Hoob. It's okay.
You think it was a German leg, Hoob?
That was a great shot, really.
Okay, we're gonna do it. How are we doing, Doc?
Yeah.
You're gonna be fine.
Can't see a thing. We gotta get back to an aid station.
Take it easy.
Stay there, Hoob.
Doc.
Oh no.
Wow.
He was wearing so many clothes we couldn't tell how bad he was bleeding. Bullet cut the main artery in his leg, sir.
Oh, hell, Lip. Yeah. Wouldn't have made a difference if you had known. Cut that main artery in the leg. That's it.
Yes, sir.
God, that's the worst.
Where's Dyke?
You want to see him, sir?
No, I just would have expected to get this kind of news from him.
Well, I was there, sir. Figured it might as well be me.
Does he know where Dyke is? It almost sounds like he's hiding him. Because he was like, oh, you want to see him? Like he can make that happen?
No, because wasn't he asking them at the hole if they had seen him?
Buck was asking.
Oh, okay.
He'd disappear, go off on these walks for hours at a time. Wouldn't have been so bad if he was just one of the guys in the company. But Lieutenant Dyke was supposed to be leading the company.
That understood? All right.
Dyke wasn't a bad leader because he made bad decisions. He was a bad leader because he made no decisions.
So I will probably be called away regularly.
What's the formation you want us to go for?
At present, as per usual, but I'll clarify that with you at a later time, Lieutenant Compton.
You don't know what you're doing.
Sounds like when you gotta like pad an essay.
Yeah, like it's a whole
At
bunch of
present,
filler
as per
words.
usual, or when you're doing like a speech and you don't have
Better
enough
bump
time.
that shit up to double space right quick.
Yeah, exactly right.
Oh my.
Ergo vis-a-vis.
Dyke was the favorite of somebody at Division. He'd been sent down to E Company to get some combat experience.
Oh, that makes perfect sense now.
Something unpleasant he had to get through before he could continue his march up the ladder.
Oh, wow.
Him and Winter should be swapped.
If you ask me, I'm glad Lieutenant Dyke's never around.
Jesus Christ. You gotta do all this with a CO who's got his head so far up his fucking ass that lump in his throat is his goddamn nose.
Hey, First Sergeant.
Hey, boys. Hey, Lip. Collar. Hey, Muck. What's the word?
Oh, you know, sitting around freezing her ass off. Singing Dyke's praises.
Lieutenant Dyke. I wouldn't want to be a replacement officer coming in here. You're getting thrown in with a group of guys who've known each other for what, 2 years?
Oh, wow.
Jesus.
You're supposed to just show up and lead them? How's a guy do that?
Yeah, that's fair.
How could anyone really hope to gain the respect of the toughest, most professional, most dedicated sons of bitches in the entire ATO? If you ask me, a guy'd have to march off to Berlin and come back with Hitler's mustache or something. We all do our jobs, everything will be fine.
Not to protect Dyke, but to protect the integrity of the company.
He's just another one of those arrogant rich jerks from Yale.
Oh, God, not another one of those.
Division's not gonna let me replace him just because I got a bad feeling about him. Even if they would, who'd I put in his place?
You, son.
Do not ever talk when I'm talking, you got that?
Shame's seen too many war movies. Thinks he has to yell all the time.
Both you little crap heads!
Or a peacock? God bless him, no one tries harder, but he's not cut out to take men into combat.
What about Compton?
Buck's a real combat leader, but you know,
Yeah.
I want Easy Company to have at least one experienced platoon leader. But it matters anyway, because I can't get rid of Dyke.
Dude, he's so good at this, man.
We all know who you'd like to have running easy. Trouble is, it's not your job anymore, Dick. You gotta find somebody.
I wonder if he feels like because Dyke's never around that he gets to kind of ipso facto be the leader.
Buck wasn't the same soldier he'd been before he got shot in Holland. He was more serious somehow.
And don't you two do something stupid like that, all right?
Try not to, Buck.
I mean it. I've invested too much goddamn time shaping you into something useful. You do something crazy, get yourself knocked out of this thing. Even if you're dead, I'll still kill you. I'll see you guys later, all right? I'm gonna check on the other guys.
He's so likable. God.
Crazy Joe McCloskey. The hell's that got to do with anything, babe?
And Buck kind of reminds me of him now.
What?
No, ever since he got shot in Holland.
Wait. Because Crazy Joe McCloskey was fucking nuts, babe. That's why they called him Crazy Joe. What are you saying?
Oh, come on, you seen him, Bill. He's all wound up like a spring.
Hey.
Yeah, he is. Totally is.
When getting shot, that got him. It was being in that hospital.
Oh, okay. So this is where it was all revealed.
Yeah.
How are we supposed to know that?
Besides, you saw once he was up moving around, he was his old self again.
No, but he comes across as a person who's trying to seem more affable than he's feeling.
Right.
I'm serious.
Sure thing, Buck. Nothing stupid. We got it, right? We got it.
George?
Nothing stupid, Buck.
I love that.
Yeah.
Don't do anything stupid. Who the hell is he talking?
Yeah.
Bunch of morons who volunteered to jump out of a perfectly good airplane. You got any more stupid than that?
Probably not.
You're an idiot.
But Babe is right. He's got that feeling of a person who's like trying really hard to seem like
Absolutely. Like he has it
jokes,
together,
but he's kind of like doing this while he's doing it, you know? Yeah, like you say, he's wound up like a spring. Totally agree.
I heard about Hubler. Shame.
Hey, there he is.
Just randomly showed back up and comment like that.
Where'd you grow up?
Huntington, West Virginia.
Huntington. And your father?
He was killed when I was 10, sir. Automobile accident.
That's sad.
Oh, wow. King of the small talk, too.
So, what made you decide to join the paratroopers?
I read an article about paratroopers in Life magazine. It said if you want to make it as a paratrooper, you had to be the best. And I wanted to fight with the best, sir. Where are you from, sir?
He's just gone. Wow. It's like, I'm around.
It's like talking to a robot.
It's like that professor that always has like an open door policy. Like, my door is always open, but every time you go, even during office hours, he's not freaking there.
Or he's like working on something.
Yeah.
Kind of giving you like, huh? Uh-huh.
Yeah, it sounds good. Really listening to you.
Captain Nixon, sir.
What?
Good morning, sir. Sorry to disturb you. This came from Division.
I want to do a supercut of every time we see him waking up.
Yeah.
That's like how we introduce him so often.
It's always living. Oh my gosh.
Morning.
Just give it up, man.
I can't even like.
But I think I got something
The
that'll help you with
dedication
your
there is
leadership
insane.
problem.
Yeah.
Nice being
Well, it's this thing of like, I'm in charge, so I need to set the standard for everyone else.
Send him back to the States on a 30-day furlough. Get him out banging the drum for the war bond drive, that kind of thing.
Like Captain America. Wow, that's crazy.
How in the world does your leaving help me?
Doesn't, I'm not going. I've already seen the States. I grew up there, that's why I came to Europe.
Aww.
But I'm sure we can find an officer somewhere in this battalion who could use a long trip home.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Peacock. I can't think of anybody who deserves this more.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think they're going. I thought it was Buck.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. I mean, it really means a lot, you know?
Oh, get out of here.
Got to keep the morale up for them folks back home.
Why?
Yeah.
Damned if I know.
Yeah.
Would you excuse me for a moment, sir?
Yeah.
How do I feel about being rescued by Patton?
We didn't need to be fucking rescued by Patton. Got that?
Joe, excuse us for a moment. Sorry, sir. About what? I couldn't agree more. What are you doing here?
Want to head back to the line, sir.
All right, then go.
Thank you, sir.
So I guess we can trust at the aid station they at least got his feet figured out.
Yeah.
And everybody was glad to have him back. Especially Bill Garnier.
What the hell you doing back here? I had to make sure you were on top of things. On top of things? Tied me on boots once last week.
A lot of you guys been injured?
It's called wounded, Peanut. Injured's when you fall out of a tree or something.
Fair.
You're bound to get dinged sometime. He landed on broken glass in Normandy and got peppered by a potato masher in Holland.
You'll find out, son.
A bull? You're one lucky bastard.
Takes one to know one, Skip.
Consider us blessed. And right next to him, that other skinny little guy, that's Popeye. He got shot in his scrawny little butt in Normandy.
He looks good with a beard.
Buck got shot in his rather large butt in Holland.
Yeah, kind of an easy company tradition getting shot in the ass.
What are those nuts, Sarge?
Doing fine, Bill. Nice of you to ask.
Nice of you to ask. Jeez.
Hey, be careful if he offers you a cigarette.
What are they talking about? If who offers us a cigarette? Spears. Who? Lieutenant Spears.
Lieutenant Ronald Spears was one of the platoon leaders in D Company.
Have we not seen him in like 5 episodes?
Yeah.
Stories about Spears are probably all bullshit anyway.
This has to be like the episode where everyone's like, he proves it.
Stories.
Well, supposedly Spears shot one of his own men for being drunk.
You're kidding.
More than that, but yeah.
He shot 20 POWs?
Well, actually, I heard it was more like 30.
Christensen. Lieutenant Spears, what are you men doing out here?
We're watching the line, sir.
Keep up the good work.
Oh, well, actually, sir, Lieutenant Dykes are not even to bother. They're only going to be here one day.
Lieutenant Dyke said that, huh? Don't forget what I said. Carry on.
He is so intense.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
They're talking about Buck seems weird.
Yeah.
You?
You gotta be fucking kidding me! One of those 1st Battalion fuckers took a dump in my foxhole!
That is effed up.
I don't think they wanted to spend much time above ground.
Oh,
that's wow, yeah.
Dude.
There were signs of tree bursts everywhere. That got our attention.
Yeah. This is like the first episode it's been like narrated like this before, though. Wouldn't you say?
The last one Lipton also narrated, not the whole time like that.
Yeah.
So it's 2 in a row though, which is weird because he hasn't narrated like anything. It's almost.
At Foy, I could see enemy troops. I still couldn't see their artillery, but I knew it was down there.
Probably under some hay or something.
I'd say they got this whole stretch of the line targeted.
Well, they're not shelling now.
Maybe they got any target.
No, they're just waiting.
Yeah, just don't know you're there.
If they've got us targeted, maybe...
We hold the line here. We're not gonna fall back. Right, Lieutenant?
Fine. You all take care of it. I gotta go talk to Regiment.
Oh my goodness. Could they not launch an assault preemptively?
Here you go, Bill.
That's probably easier than normal because the branches are all just lying around on the ground.
Right. I think it's more or less of not knowing exactly where to shoot.
Oh. Oh, I thought that was landing in the town. That's coming from the town. Got it. Oh no.
Oh.
For some reason, at that moment in that half-finished foxhole, all I could think about was the 4th of July when I was a kid.
Oh wow.
I love to
He's cracking up.
bottles and the like. Look forward to it all year long. I wouldn't
Wow.
have been laughing if I'd known what happened to Joe Toy.
Oh, I like Joe Toy.
Oh. Oh no.
I need my helmet. You hear that?
Yeah.
Is that Joe? Stay.
Yeah.
Stay in your foxholes!
Help! Help!
No, so he.
Anyone there?
I didn't know if it was gonna block him or not.
I ain't gonna. Shit. Come on, Joe. Come on, buddy.
Tourniquet right now.
You said you get back and stay before me. You ain't going anywhere. You're all right. Hang on, get me out of here, Lip. Come on, Joe. Ah, gee. Think I overdid it on the cover of my foxhole?
Incoming!
Oh god.
No! You're gonna get bombed! Come on! Come on! Hold on! I'll be there! I'll get out!
During the second barrage, I wasn't laughing anymore.
You okay? Stay down! First Sergeant Lipton, you get things organized here. I'm gonna go for help.
What? You trash bag.
The fuck?
Yeah.
Lip, where the fuck's he going?
I don't know. Listen, get battalion on the line. Tell them to notify BAS.
Battalion's up, Lip.
Oh, and Buck's gotta feel terrible. He like just was all, we're staying here.
Medic!
How you doing, Popeye?
100% ready to kill Germans, Lip. Doc, what can I do?
Hold this. What's the guy got to do to get killed around here?
Bill, you going first.
Whatever you say, Doc.
Hey, he's going first.
Take it easy. Hey, Joe, I told you I beat you back to the States.
Hey, Lip.
That's gruesome, but I was convinced they both died just now, so.
Luz, how's Buck?
He's fine.
You sure?
Yes, he's fine. Hey, you should probably go talk to him now, huh?
Oh yeah, that had me messed up for a second.
I'm a little unsure why they feel more confident to be out of the foxhole. I was like,
Maybe. But I know something happened to him when he saw Toy and Garnier on the ground.
yeah.
On the report, it said Compton was being taken off the line because of a bad case of trench foot.
Oh, wow.
Didn't say anything about him losing his friends.
Oh no.
Wow.
Buck was a great combat leader. He was wounded in Normandy. He received the Silver Star for his part in taking out those German guns on D-Day.
UCLA did not make the Rose Bowl this winter. Gosh, how we all know what an exciting young man you are, and how your heart and love.
I guess he just couldn't take seeing his friends Toy and Garnier all torn up like that. No one ever thought any less of him for it. Buck off the line, there was no longer any possible alternative to Dyke.
That way a little while.
Looking for Lieutenant Dyke.
We were stuck with Dyke.
He's over there.
And he was off taking a walk.
That has to be the most frustrating thing.
You just can't do anything about it because he's the highest ranking guy under Winners.
We have KIA.
13.
Man, they lost 13 guys.
So unbelievable. You know who comes running up to Lipton. He's got no helmet, no gear, no nothing. First Sergeant Lipton, you organize things here, and I'm gonna go for help.
Hey, Luz.
Complete asshole.
That's really good.
Night all.
Yeah, see you, Luz.
What can I do for you, Sarge?
2 things. First, great impression of Dyke.
You think so? I thought it was a little off.
Nah, you gotta fix it. Second, don't do it anymore. Especially the part about what he said to me.
I got you.
All right.
Again.
Every time, you just never... They're so good at catching you off guard.
They really are.
Homie's right, though. It makes a lot of sense that, like, they want to get you out in the open, so let's get your ass.
Oh my god. Oh!
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Oh my god.
But you didn't smoke.
I don't.
The guy who got hit, too, was the one saying how, like, you know, oh, we're just blessed.
Yeah.
So lucky he's never been hit.
It was a dud. The one that hit Muck and Pinkala's foxhole wasn't.
So sad.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
Muck. Dude, we've lost like 5 people.
Yeah.
Malarkey's best friends in the company had been Compton, Muck, and Pinkala. In less than a week, he'd seen 2 of them die.
And one of them gets sent away.
Yeah.
Later that day, we were back in our old position overlooking Foy. We were all worried about Malarkey.
Hey, Malark.
Yeah.
Didn't I hear you say you wanted to, bring a Luger home for your kid brother?
Yeah.
Why don't you give him that?
That's why early on I used to get Malarkey and Hubler mixed up, because both of them had brought up the Luger thing.
Right.
I was gonna get rid of it, but I don't know. Captain Winters was wondering if you wanted to go back to battalion and work as his runner for a few days.
Tell him thanks. I'm gonna stay here.
Why don't you at least come back for an hour or so? Say goodbye to Buck.
All right.
Getting even 50 yards back from the line just for an hour or two could make a big difference in a soldier's state of mind. I saw a soldier try to dig a foxhole with his bare hands.
Private.
Jesus.
He didn't notice that he'd torn off all his fingernails.
Private.
Oh, Jesus.
I got him out of there quickly, not for his sake, but for ours. Fear is poison in combat. It's destructive, and it's contagious.
Oh my god.
Buck was never the same after seeing Toy and Garnier get hit that day. I was afraid the men would lose focus, suffer a drop in morale.
But how do you not, though?
Now it was time for the inevitable assault on Foy itself. Frankly, I was dreading it. But now I was beginning to wonder if any of us were going to make it through at all.
At all, right, yeah.
Problem was, at least in my estimation, E Company still did not have a leader.
What are they always running around for? Every time they look, they're running.
I did something as first sergeant I would never have imagined myself doing.
Life didn't figure you for a smoking man.
Neither did I.
God, something that brings a little bit of joy.
How's Easy's status?
All in all, I have every confidence in the men, sir.
Good.
But on the other hand, I have no confidence in our CO, sir. He's not there, sir. He's gonna have to make decisions, sir, and I gotta tell you, sir, I think he's gonna get a lot of Easy Company men killed.
Thank you, Sergeant. That'll be all.
Yeah, that's such a hard...
I said what I had to say. There was nothing Winters could do.
You got about 1/8 of a mile of open field to cross before we get down here in a Foy.
It's From when the bureaucracy of the system keeps you from being able to perform.
D Company will be in reserve, but we shouldn't need them. The point is, you gotta move in there fast. Get in there before they can bring their mortars and artillery down on you. Clear?
Clear.
Get it done.
Yeah, he always seems vacant. He always seems like he's thinking about something else. This is so hard anyway. I mean, just an open field and they're dug in. Stop walking. Yep, hold up. That's what I thought.
Get me Foley on the radio. Get out of there! Move!
He literally said, get in there before the mortars can hit you and move fast, and then I does the exact opposite. Fall, even worse.
Go forward! Pull back! What are we doing, Lieutenant? Why are we stopped? Lieutenant, what's the plan? I don't know. You better get Dyke on that radio to me now. You take your men on a flanking mission around the village and attack it from the rear. You want our platoon to go around and attack the village by itself? We're gonna be kind of alone out there, Lieutenant. We will provide suppressing fire.
Is he about to just get like a whole platoon killed?
Get going forward!
And we attack from the rear.
Ramirez, 2 guys, take him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
They're just completely dug in. Like there's no safe place to run around. E Company special.
Sir, we are sitting ducks here. Got to keep moving.
I was gonna say, can he not just like pull rank and just be like, hey?
Dick, I understand your attachment to Easy Company, but you...
Slash, get yourself over here.
There you go. There you go.
Got in.
Doesn't even say a word.
He just starts running right into it.
No, smart. Like, get someone who can do something. You get out there. Kick that dude in his balls.
Oh! Oh my god.
I'm taking over. They're pinned down by a sniper. I believe he's in the building with the caged-in roof.
All right, I want mortars and grenade launchers on that building till it's gone. When it's gone, I want first to go straight in. Forget going around. Everybody else follow me.
Yes, sir.
He's just going for it.
He said, I want mortars on that building till it's gone. Oh, dude, these guys are snipers with those mortars.
Oh man, this is wild. Oh shit.
Reminds me of when Spears was talking to Blythe about how, like, the sooner you realize that you're already dead.
Yeah.
Spears seems to have he's got the energy in combat like a person who is not afraid.
Because he's accepted it. Yeah.
Radio, where you go, sir? Sir, I think they're gonna pull back. If we don't connect with I, they're gonna slip away. That's right. Wait here. Easy stick. What the hell?
Yeah. Wait here, I'm on it.
At first, the Germans didn't shoot at him. I think they couldn't quite believe what they were seeing.
See, yeah.
Exactly right.
The astounding thing was that after he hooked up with I Company, he came back.
It's like he only thinks in terms of like what needs to happen and then just does it instead of thinking through all the risk factors as well.
Right, absolutely. It's just, eye on the prize constantly. Wow. I don't know what I just watched.
Let's go. Move it.
What I'm wondering now is why wasn't Spears ever in the conversation of who could replace Dyke?
I know, right?
He's the officer, right? He's lieutenant.
Oh!
Wow. Dark.
Come on. Where is he?
And what's he gonna do by himself? Like, you think he would just want to leave?
Second floor, building on the right. Don't miss, Shifty.
Yeah, they keep saying Shifty's a good shot.
Oh. But he keeps saying, no, my dad was a good shot. Like...
It's humble.
Yeah.
Mellet, Heron, Sawasco, and Ken Webb were killed by a sniper. There would have been more if it hadn't been for Shifty Powers.
Who? Do I know those people?
Webb?
That's not Webster, though.
No, it's Webb.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think we just keep butchering names. We're gonna get...
Well, at least...
Hey, bad, Bercanti?
Shot me right through my ass.
You hang tough.
Hey, Sarge.
Yeah.
You true about Dyke?
Yeah.
He would have gotten him slaughtered.
Yeah, if he was gone
he
earlier,
wouldn't have
less
sent-
guys would be dead right now.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so frustrating. Like, you know,
Yeah.
he was Winter saying, like, I can't get rid of him because of a bad feeling.
It was a great relief to have done it. I guess a lot of the men thought once we'd taken Foy, they'd get us off the line. But that wasn't to be.
Sheesh.
2 days later, we took Noville, and after that, Rashon.
Oh, so they're not going to show it. They're just...
Mm-hmm.
They took 2 more towns, yeah. But now, legitimately, who's the company commander? Like,
right.
Like, there's no one.
Who is the CO?
We spent our night in Rashamp in a convent. It was the first time we'd spent a night indoors in a month.
Oh my goodness, can you imagine?
This would have to be so surreal. You just feel like you're in another planet.
The sisters there brought in their choir to sing for us. It was heaven. That night, we were okay.
He didn't even go to aid station for his
How
butt
long
wound.
does it take for your butt to heal?
I feel like you should at least take him to the aid station, though. You know
I feel
what
like it would take a very long time.
Yeah.
We'd come into Belgium with 121 men and officers plus 24 replacements. That's 145 total. We were going out with 63.
Fuck me, dude.
Garnier was badly wounded and Hubler died accidentally. Joe Toy had lost his leg.
Oof.
Among the dead were Heron, Mellet, Alex Pankala, and Skip Muck.
Yeah, Muck, man.
Our month in Belgium cost us one good officer, Buck Compton, and one bad one, Norman Dyke.
Oh, I have such bad goosebumps.
So I guess we came out ahead.
What is it?
Nothing.
You want to ask me, don't you?
Ask you what, sir?
You want to know if they're true or not, the stories about me. You ever notice with stories like that, everyone says they heard it from someone who was there? I bet if you went back 2,000 years, you'd hear a couple of centurions standing around him yakking about how Tertius lopped off the heads of some Carthaginian prisoners.
Maybe they kept talking about it because they never heard Tertius deny it.
Maybe that's because Tertius knew there was some value to the men thinking he was the meanest, toughest son of a bitch in the whole world.
Preach.
They're just glad to have you as our CO.
I am
We're happy to
too.
have a good leader again.
I've been told there's always been one man they could count on. Let him into the Black Jack, held them together when they had the crap shelled out of them in the woods. You don't have any idea who I'm talking about, do you?
No, sir.
Hell, it was you, First Sergeant. Ever since Winters made battalion, you've been the leader of Easy Company.
Yep, very true.
Oh, and you're not going to be First Sergeant much longer, First Sergeant. Winters put in for a battlefield commission, and Sink approved on your behalf.
They're going to move him to officer.
Lieutenant.
Green to gold.
He deserves it.
It's weird because technically the lowest ranking officer outranks the highest ranking non-commissioned officer, but the importance of the role of a first sergeant is higher than the importance of a role of a lieutenant. So it's really weird lateral kind of move for him.
Yeah, thanks for crapping in our foxholes, you shitheads.
Hey, it's all good. Enjoy the walk, boys.
Payback.
It's crazy how different they look with their hair grown out and how
Nice.
scruffy they are.
Totally.
Because I could like barely tell, like Muck and like, oh my gosh, Muck, Malarkey, and then Luz.
I think also Muck and Luz had the best glow up from
Right, with the beards and
from
stuff,
the
yeah.
beards and the longer hair. It really worked for him.
It's crazy.
You'd think Winter's face would be sandpaper by the end of shaving
I just
all the
can't
time.
believe he just
freezing
keeps
cold water.
freaking committing to that.
Beyond the wounded and killed, every man at Bastogne suffered. Men unhit by shrapnel or bullets were nevertheless casualty for sure.
You're never coming back from that the
Ambrose.
same.
Yeah. I'm not sure that anybody who lived through that that one hasn't carried with him in some hidden ways the scars. Perhaps that is the factor that helps keep Easy Men bonded so unusually close together. Winters himself, yeah. I know, I feel really bad for the private who freaking effed his hands up, you know, from just basically, I don't know, shock response, you know, just went insane for a second. That's so nutty. I also just can't believe, I kind of expected that we would lose characters throughout the series, like relative. Again, it's like, it's, you know, true story. You can't necessarily, but you could through pacing. You could choose to do like parts of the battle on different episodes.
For sure.
I thought we would kind of be losing people semi-regularly. It was like we just lost 5 major characters in one episode.
Oh no, that's what's so insane.
That was crazy. Like, you know, again, we have a hard time keeping track of like the 50 people in Easy Company, but those were like 5 people I could name.
Right.
That was so nutty. And I also was like, I had been expecting we would get a more Joe Toy focused episode.
Absolutely.
That obviously won't come. Losing Buck sucks so hard because I really like him. He was like in my top 3 favorites.
Like, by the way, I'm searching a character really fast. So I'm not just on my phone because I need to make sure I'm correct. I am right.
Yeah.
Spears?
I thought you called it out when you first saw him.
No, Spears is the freaking dad from Gossip Girl.
Yeah, you said that.
He's Rufus.
You said that in like the first time you saw him. That's in the episode.
I wanted to make sure I know was
for
right.
sure. Yeah.
Because it was gonna bother me. I was like, wait, can I get him in the light? Because he looks so dark and mysterious.
Well,
dang.
Probably some
he was pretty.
15 years younger, too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely right.
Oh,
That's the hard one with a lot of them is how young they are. It's actually kind of funny because Michael Fassbender almost looks exactly the same.
Yeah, he does.
Him and all 5 wars he said this whole series. But yeah, it sucks because I really like Buck. And he's just like one of the funniest characters. He also is like, you always believed that he really gave a damn about the men.
Absolutely.
Really liked them and cared about them. Like Winter seems like he cares about them in a more fatherly, I'm responsible for these people kind of way.
It comes back from the time where like in that one of the first couple episodes he's like, you can't gamble with the men. Because what are you going to do if you win?
Right.
What are you going to take from them? And you can't take anything.
Yeah,
so like, so that kind of like explains in a nutshell, really.
It comes from like a place more of, he feels very responsible for them and he wants them to be okay. Where Buck seems like he likes them, you know.
Exactly.
He like wants to, you know, he has more of like a big brother kind of energy than like a distant dad kind of energy, you know. And so like he's just very fun and cool to watch on camera. So it really sucks to see him go. Like I said, I was hoping for more from Toy. You know, Muck's been one of those characters who's like kind of in every episode. He's not had like a POV kind of thing where we spent a lot of time with him, but he's also not like Garnier, who either is like the episode's almost about him or he's not there.
Right.
Obviously losing Garnier, huge hit. Love that guy. He's also one of the only ones that had like a kind of journey where I had to like, he had to grow on me.
Oh yeah.
When I first met him, he's kind of like, oh, this guy's kind of a jerk and a blowhard. And then I really, really liked him, you know, after a couple episodes. And so that really sucks to lose him at the same time. It just, it's so sad to see, like, to me, like, I don't think this was like the intentional theme of the episode, but what I picked up as like the theme of the episode is having, the rigidity of the system and the rules make it where like we
make
just
it a hindrance.
so unnecessary, so much unnecessary loss, and everyone in the room could see what was wrong and they could predict what they needed to do to fix it, and the system didn't have any room for that to happen. So they had to like push forward into just super unnecessary casualties, and it's like there has to be like a pull switch, like a oh shit button.
Oh yeah,
you know, there's got to be some kind of thing where Winters can just be like, well, and he did. But it took dudes getting shot, and it just sucks that he couldn't be like, hey, I'm sorry, I'm calling a freaking, you know, whatever. And this is switching around. Like, this is wrong. But also, like, I don't know. It almost feels like you wish he could have gone to the general beforehand and been like, hey, here's what I'm seeing. This is a pattern that's not working for us.
Well, they basically said, like, it would be out of line for him to do that.
And it would, and that's why Lipton was afraid to go talk to Winters, because it was also very out of line for him to go and say that. But that's what I mean. This decorum idea of something being out of line when death is on the line. Right. It's like, that's one thing when it's your freaking
That's when you can, like, go off the syllabus. You know what I mean? You don't have to get, like... It's where we stop following the recipe ingredient, and we start throwing stuff that's going to, like, give it a little bit more oomph.
We're already in a position of... practicality beats decorum because everyone's not shaving too, you know. Like, there's kind of, it's like they kind of get what's going on here, so it's like, look, man, like, I don't want to see these guys die for no freaking reason.
Absolutely not.
And you know, I'm sorry that it looks bad, but like, are we more concerned with, you know, keeping this sensibility of like, well, Dyke's job and blah blah blah, and this is what
he had a very punchable face as a character, and not that he can control that.
The actor did a good.
The actor did a good job of having a very punchable face,
making him.
Or not even a punch, more of a slap. Like, get it together.
And I honestly, acting wise, I really want to give bonus points to the. He's actually a really famous actor. I always forget his name, but the guy who plays Buck. He has he did such a good job of coming across so genuinely personable. Think back to like when he's first talking to Winters when we first meet him, and then also when he's playing darts. Like he comes across so genuine and personable, and then being able to play the guy trying to come across as equally genuine and personable, but then hiding behind that he's very freaked out. That actor nailed both of those.
Yeah,
like
it was really good.
You don't have to hear anyone explain that. Like you see it on camera. So I thought that was really impressive. The other thing that's sad, well, not sad. I'm also a huge fan of the Peaky Blinders, and Helen McCrory is in that, and she died recently. The Winters was her husband. And so I was like, why do I know this guy? And I was like, oh, because he freaking was married to Helen McCrory. So yeah, more connection to some newer stuff that's going on. So
Billions,
which I haven't gotten the pleasure to see too much of.
You haven't seen Billions?
No, I don't.
You want to talk about me? You want to talk about having like a lovable? This is not the point. Moving on.
Well, I mean, it's again a lot of the episodes, I'd say about half of them are not necessarily super complex. I feel like more of the complex episodes are in the beginning.
Yeah.
Where they had to set baseline so much up.
Yeah.
Right? But these ones, it's kind of like it's going to be an hour about this thing, and they just get a real deep dive into it. We just spent a lot of time really focused in it. This one flew by, though, for me.
This one went so much faster than the last one.
I'm so curious.
But I think it might be, I think they're really just playing on our emotions. You know what I mean? Because they want you to feel that millisecond of ease. Boom, another another shelling.
I never expected one.
That was
the only thing I predicted, and it was a second before it happened, was I was like, they're so insistent on conveying to you that Muck and the other guy want Luz to get into where they are so bad, and they cut back and forth like 4 times. I was like, no, they're going to trick us by having it be that's actually where you don't want to be.
Right.
And as soon as I was thinking it was about to come out of my mouth, they blew up, and I was like, yep, I fucking knew it. Like, that's because it's like they want you to be like, oh my god, Luz is about to die, and it's like, no, I'll bet it's going to go the other direction, and then sure.
And that one was just a little bit more adrenaline pumping versus the last episode where I felt like they are trying to keep us in our feels and keep us in that moment and in that stagnant and that like just dark state of mind that they had to have been to get through those nights. So it was cool to like see the compare and contrast in the snow.
You're right, because I think the contrast as well was like with the guy who's not as often involved in the direct combat, and he's having to deal with the cleanup all the time.
Exactly.
And then being with the guys who are involved in the high octane, combat stuff that's happening. I do think though there was I didn't mention it last time, I feel bad. It was such an awesome little sequence was when he goes back to the town and it's being blown up.
Right.
There was some awesome shots and camera work and him like, just like noticing the building, and then like he goes to walk towards it, and then that beautiful huge explosion.
Yeah, that explosion was
that
crazy.
Whole sequence was really good.
Yeah.
So it just so all right, we're down to the last 3 episodes. And I'm with Lipton when he was like, we didn't know if there was going to be anyone left. Like, that's what it feels like now for sure.
They have 63 left out of 145.
And there's already so many of the 63, whatever percentage of them are already replacements anyway.
Right.
So it's like, out of our boys from basic, like, not basic, but the AIT system, whatever they used to call that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's really crazy. So it'll be interesting. Also, we're so close to the end of the war. Like, I'm curious if Easy Company like basically made it to the end. Like, Saving Private Ryan doesn't end with the war ending.
No.
So I'm curious if this will literally like if this will take us to
straight to the finish line.
The finish line,
right.
The war. Like Schindler's List out, like it ends with the war ending.
Right.
Okay, guys. So we will catch you soon and check out 8 and 9. Yeah.
And what's the
8, 9, 10? Because there's only
8,
10.
9, 10, maybe.
So maybe. Yeah. Why not?
We'll see
if we can start early.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Noon or something like that. Call it a day. All right. Love you guys. Bye.
See ya.